Skills using C lecture number 19. I will be introducing you to a small project uh, called the magic square. So using the algorithm, you will create a magic square of various dimensions. And this is going to be a magic square is going to be a square with odd number of rows and columns, maybe 3 rows and columns, 5 rows and columns, 9, 7, 9, etc. So you are going to, I'll give you the algorithm and you will do that. And the whole idea is you have learned now conditional statement. You have learned the looping statement. Using these, only these two, you are going to design a magic square based on the algorithm. First, let us go through. As you see, what is a magic square? Magic square is that one who the numbers, the sum of numbers in every row and every column and the two diagonals is the same. As you see here, so in 2 plus 9 plus 4 is equal to 15. Here also 6 plus 1 plus 8 is equal to 15, or take this diagonal, 6 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 15. So as you see, this is a magic square. So you have to use algorithm. Now what is the algorithm? Very simple. So let us consider 3 cross 3 magic square. So you will put the first number on the last row at the middle of the last row. So 3 columns are there. You will put it on the second column. Now the whole idea is the next number. This is if suppose this is the kth number. That is, for example, it's one number is here, and the next number will go to the diagonally to the left, and next number will come here. So from here to the lower diagonal, and from there it will come here. So this is how you are going to do. Now 1 is there, so second will have to come here, but it is outside the square. Therefore in that case you will take it to the right on top, same column, you will put it right in top. This is for example, this is the second column. You have come to the first column, you go to first column and the right on top first column. That is what you're going to do. And as you see 2. Now 3 will come here outside this magic square diagonally to the left. So there is no space here. Therefore you will take it to the same row and put it at the last column, nth column. This is the first column. Then again 3 is there, 4 will have to come here, but there is already a number. Then what you have to do is, in this case, you put it on top of that same number in the same column. So 4 goes there, 5 goes there, 6 goes there. 7, as you see, 7 is the diagonal. This is a special case. If it is the coming out of the diagonal here, outside the magic square, then what you do is, like as you have done in the case of 3 and 4, you put that next number on top of the last number 7. Now 8 should come here, but there is no space there, therefore it will go to the last column here, 8. 9 again comes out of the square below the last row, so it will go right on top in the same column. This way I have created a magic square. As you see, the sum of all the numbers in every row, column and diagonals is the same. That is, in this case it is 15. So let us see to the algorithm now. Here is the algorithm given. So create a magic square of dimension n cross n, where n is an odd number. So you have to go on adding altogether. You have to add 1 to n squared numbers into each of those row cells in the square. So rules now. Place 1, the first number, in the middle of the bottom row. As you have seen, it was the second column of the bottom row in the case of 3 cross 3. After an integer k has been placed, next k plus 1 is placed by moving diagonally downward to the left. Please remember, diagonally downward to the left. That is, by moving down by one row and moving to the left column, left one column. That is what? Unless one of the following occurs. So what are the things? These are the other conditions. Therefore, if conditions will come here. If a move takes you below the bottom row in the jth column, as you saw in the case of 2, 2 went outside the bottom row. It went to the second column. Therefore, you take the next number 2 to the second column, jth column, and put that integer right on top. Go to the jth column top. That is the first row. Then if the move takes you outside the left of the square, as you saw in the case of 3, 2, 3 came outside the left side of the first column, then you take it to the rightmost column and put it there in the same row. And if a move takes you to an already filled square, as you saw in the case of 4, it should have been placed on top of 1, but there's already 1 was there, so we put it on top of 3. So that is the case. So if a move takes you already to a filled square, or if you move out of the square at the lower left hand corner, place the next number immediately above that k. So these are the rules. Kindly go through these rules again and again, and try to come out with the solution. But I'm going to give you a flowchart for that. So I've made your task very simple. Just go to the flowchart and then fill these if conditions and check your program. So first, as you say, check n is the dimension, but you check it should be an odd number. Then column is equal to n divided by 2 plus 1. So for example, 3 means 3 divided by 2, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Therefore, second column of the. So then you are placing, therefore, row is last row n, and column is equal to second column. You are placing the first number. That is what you are going to do. You are only placing the first number. Then you get into the loop from k is equal to 2 to n squared. Altogether, you have n squared numbers have to be inserted into various locations. So what do you do? Now what you do is you are going diagonally to the left. Therefore, row becomes row plus 1, goes lower, and column becomes column minus 1. That is the thing. So you have found out the next row and next column, but they may not be the correct one, because it depends on the conditions. So therefore, these are the conditions. Then you will have to change. Here what you are going to do is you have found out initially row and column, but here you are going to find the real row and column in which the next number has to be placed. Take this. So move has taken you out of the square far left along the minor diagonal, this diagonal, minor diagonal. You have come here. So what do? You have to place k immediately above the previous location. You were here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 was placed on top. 7 was placed on top. So that is the thing you have to do. Or move takes you below the bottom row, then what happens? Then row has come to n, more than n. So what is the row? As you see, the place k in the ith column in the first row. Ith column, you have come into the same column, you go to the first row. So in the move takes you to ith row outside the first column. You are coming, first column is you are coming, going outside ith row. So what do you do in this case? So you check that, and then as you see here, in that case, place k in the last column in the ith row, last column in the same row. And when there's already a number in the row and column. How do you number in the row and column? You have to check, therefore, if that is equal to not equal to 0. Therefore, you have to start with initializing your whole matrix by zeros. Please remember that. So after that you put these numbers. So if it is not 0, then what you do, you find. So place k just above the last number in the same column. So you find out which row and which column it should be. So then it places that k into a particular column, goes to the next k, etc. This is how it is going to work out. So now it is your work. You have to pause, you have to completely stop this video, and then you write your flowchart first and test. Don't test everything at one time. Take each condition and check whether it's correct, is placing those numbers correctly. Then you proceed like that, and don't start with the big matrix. Start with 3 cross 3 matrix only. First place 1, check where 2 goes, where 3 goes, where 4 goes, etc. And that is how you will check. First you write the flow chart, and then you write the program, and then see So I've given you, for example, how to proceed, etc. So first you have to initialize your whole matrix with zeros. That is, therefore, initially you are printing. I'm printing each, and this is how you have to do. You write the routine there to for loops to print the content of the matrix after each move. So as you see, I have inserted 1 at the beginning, then 2 should come here, but it is not there, it has gone top, and 3 should be here, but it is goes there. 4 has to come here, but there is already 1 is there, so 4 will be placed on top. 4, then 5, then 6 here, then 6 here, then 7 goes down here, therefore 7 has to be on top. 8 will have to come here, as you see it comes here, and 9 goes below, therefore 9 goes on top. So this becomes 3 cross 3 magic square. So I have one more example of 5 cross 5 magic square. Start with the magic square with only zeros, and as you see starts again from the center. 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, there's already number is there, then 6, 7, 8, then 9 should go there, etc. You kindly study that and then come with the solution. Quite interesting, and I hope you will do it and spend. You may have to spend 1 or 2 days even to get the answer, but struggle with that. You will have learned quite a lot. Thank you.